Get ready to witness pure greatness. Caitlin Clark, the queen of deep threes, logo launches, and impossible shots that leave crowds in shock. Today, we're bringing you 8 minutes of non-stop three-point magic, the kind of jaw-dropping bombs that are changing the game, one shot at a time. Buckle up, because once Caitlin gets cooking from deep, there's no stopping her. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more Spotlight WNBA action.
Up there with rebounds, up there with steals. And she'll take the first three-pointer and knock it down and treat the fans to the right.
Clark has space, she's going to let it fly, and she's going to connect!
Some shots.
45 blocks last year, Clark for three!
Defend and stop other players from other teams from scoring.
Well, last year Indiana was 10th in pace. Christy Sides telling us Clark rattles her second three.
Probing, drags out Nelson Adota. Clark will fire and hit the three. Caitlin. Here's Clark, a good look from three. She got it.
Top 4 scorers at the college level here. Other way, first in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects. On in. Cheyenne Parker married in the offseason. Clark catch and shoot, hits a three. 5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect. 9 of 13 shooting.
And 12 assists now for Seattle.
Clark answers. Clark stepping back and hits a three. Clark over Horston, hits a three.
Pace the other way, first in the league in fast break points.
Clark connects on a deep three. Here is Clark, she will launch and bury.
Chanta defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three!
48 triples coming into the game.
Let go!
One foul knows it's important not to pick up the second because she got 2 in the first quarter against Connecticut.
Clark connects on a three. Can't hit the long 2. Stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet! A Brooklyn logo bump. Clark over Horston, hits a three. Here's Clark off a screen, gets a look, and to it. Back Benley. Here's Clark, a good look from 3. She got it. The first. Been ice cold since that first quarter. Clark way outside. You bets.
Caitlin did it.
Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo. It's Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull back to Clark. She will launch and bury it. In the first quarter, the Mystics. Clark way downtown. Knocks down a three. Probing, drags out Nelson Adota. Clark will fire and hit the three.
Here's Clark. Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back 3 just below the logo, drills it.
Assists per game, best assist to turnover ratio in her career last season. Clark gets away with a little push. Fall away, buries it.
11 wins all of last season. They're already at 10. Looking to tie last year's winning record.
Clark from way downtown.
Caitlin Clark.
Really good screen by Nia Coffey, and that's something that Nia Coffey does well every time down the floor. It tries to help the continuity of the offense.
That's what Krista Gerlich told me about you at Texas Tech. They wanted the offensive foul, not going to...
Basketball, they understand their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue, Clark connects on the drive.
And that's the way to push the ball in transition.
Oh, that's not good. Fell to the aces in 4 games. Clark connects.
Sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this one as Caitlin.
Wheeler, Clark. launches, hits a three. Clark with Banham guarding her. Clark gets bumped, will take, and hit from three. Clark, the ball that I'm talking about. Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up.
Over, here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Indiana has numbers here. Clark looks to take advantage. Clark launches and hits a three.
Ball get into the paint. They've got to keep it out.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Katie
Lou Samuelson, it's about muscle memory and the ability to self-correct. Clark trying to answer, and does, with a three. Harrington off the markers. Clark steps into a three and knocks it down.
The knee injury. And that's the way to push the ball in transition. Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo. Drip.
Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull. Back to Clark. She will launch and bury a three. Points 5, rebounds 5, assists herself. Clark, a bomb. Is good.
Can they defend and stop other players from other teams from scoring?
Well, last year Indiana was 10th in pace. Christy Sides telling us Clark rattles her second three.
At least in the fourth quarter, an 8-3 rebounding advantage. Clark pulls, fires, hits, 4-3.
Just under 8 minutes to play. Clark finds some space and hits a three.
Completely blown the roof off.
But playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark.
Third, and we saw in the first half, and that's affected their pace. Clark outside, and that's good.
Turnover, so that's really the difference in the game right now. Clark leaning in.
With Caitlin Clark all night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects. Cross-court pass. Pull back to Clark. She will launch and bury a three.
That was a pretty good team.
That was pretty.
What made that team so good, you two? Outside Clark again.
Their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on.
Locked in face.
Locked in face.
Clark a deep three. You bet. 5 run here for the Mystics after the Fever rattle off the first 5. Clark trying to answer and does.
As a defender is not give it to him. Clark. Back-to-back.
3-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles.
Points. The Fever looking to erase. Here's Clark, catch and shoot. Hits a three. Stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet.
Already at 10. Looking to tie last year's winning record.
Clark. Here's Clark off a screen. Gets a look. Yeah.
Above the break. Here's Clark. Still trying to find her rhythm. A deep pull. Got it.